taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Monday, May 5th, 2025. Markets are red today. Dow futures down 241, NASDAQ futures down 184. S&P futures down 43. VIX at 24.19, up 6 2/3%. So I'll definitely be taking a peek at my 1 DTE, most likely putting it on with the VIX up. Just kind of see how the market opens up. Morning, Bosch. PLTR has earnings after the bell today. Morning, Ken. There is the bell. Netflix down 33 points. It was actually down a lot more than that. Pre-markets pushed up the last 10 or 15 minutes. Morning, Chuck. S&P coming down. I just got filled on my 1 DTE, so I'll go ahead and post that. Got some stocks pushing up, got some moving down. Putting in my OCO order. All right, looking for some big volume now. A lot of stocks pushing up here. MU, Boeing, AMD, Goog, Baba. Tesla broke through pre-market lows. Again, PLTR has earnings. So most likely will not be trading PLTR this morning here. Hood's got a big volume bar to the downside. AMD looking at a big bar to the upside. NASDAQ is spitting out 2 green bars here. So let's watch AMD here. Today is the 4 days to expiration. AMD has earnings tomorrow. AMD pulling back here, getting this big bar, but wasn't too far away from being red. See, AMD, I would trade the 101 calls. I'm just watching the price. Yeah, it's come down through where my exit would be, so see if it holds there or not. If it holds here, then I'll get long. Otherwise, I'll just skip it. Let's try and hold here. Jump in. Filled at 415. Now, if it looks like it wants to continue lower here, this could be a quick exit. Let me see. I guess let me put AMD over here. Yeah, so if it looks like it doesn't want to bounce up by the time this bar ends, then I would just exit for a small loss. So I'm kind of looking at this as a low risk trade. NASDAQ has reversed and is all the way down through lows of day. And so is S&P. Haven't had a good AMD upside volume runner in a while. Boeing is holding. It's right up at highs of day. Okay, so far see AMD is holding, so I'm liking that. I've got an order at 460 to close half. Meta pushing up to highs of day. Same with Netflix. Microsoft also holding. Didn't really come down much. I need AMD now to push up the highs of day. Nvidia approaching highs of day. I took Apple off my board because I put AMD here. Yeah, I'd say that's a mighty 90 in Apple. Let's see, Apple, I would trade the 102 calls. Filled at $4. I'd like to get out of half my AMD here. Apple Mighty 90. You see it's got some volume pop. Came down just below lows of day. Meta still pushing up. Goog pushing highs of day. Man, I was so close to getting filled on AMD. NASDAQ's kind of reversed here. Oh, you know what? I did the wrong stock. Let me close that. All right, I'm not an Apple. I had the wrong stock pulled up. I pulled up. I bought some more AMD. Yeah, so not in Apple at the moment. All right, so 200 calls in Apple. Try to jump in here at, let's say, 350. Filled at 350. Yeah, I closed out the AMD that I bought for the exact same price. Man, AMD coming back down now. Darn it. I was going to try to get out half, even if I had to adjust it a tick or two. Well, when I thought that was weird. It was like, okay, 102 calls. Wasn't even paying attention. S&P coming back down. S&P just went through lows. Right at lows of day, I guess. Hasn't went through it yet. It did allow me to get a little bit better fill in Apple. That's I got in later than what I would have. Yeah, that's right. We have ISM data coming out. I've got an order at 385 to close half my Apple. Microsoft staying strong. Let's hope I'm on the right side of how the market reacts to ISM data. Tesla coming down through lows and getting a mighty 90 long. I'm not going to get long another stock here. Two's good, especially with data coming out. Microsoft, highs of day. All right, AMD, it's time to take off. Once again, AMD is right near my profit target. There we go. Filled at 460. Close half of my AMD. I probably would have adjusted it a tick if I wouldn't have gotten filled there. Just to get out of half before this data comes out, just in case. Now, if I could get out of half my Apple before it comes out. Come on, Apple. Meta with a big push up. One DTE is up 10%. All right, fingers crossed, folks. We got less than a minute. Fingers crossed we are on the right side of this data. It appears the market's kind of waiting to see. Initial green bar out of Apple there, but NASDAQ pushing up. I've got to order at $5 to close some more AMD. Wow, Apple not going with the rest of them. Yeah, Meta pushing up. Apple, one of the weakest stocks on the board now. Micron through highs, Boeing through highs. Man. At least Apple's trying to give us a green bar. Microsoft could be a potential upside continuation runner. You can see it's pushed up, tried to push up, consolidating now. I keep my eye on it for a potential long. I'm long 2 stocks right now, so I'm just not going to get long another one. case the market comes down. I mean, Apple could drag the whole thing down. Seen that happen before. AMD touched through highs, but now is coming back down. So not super confident this market's going to continue upward, though. Yeah, see Microsoft coming down. Pretty choppy, really. Well, now Apple's not even going to give us a. Now it's not even going to give us a green bar. Pretty choppy. Got to have some price movement to book profits here. So Apple needs to give us a couple green bars. AMD has been in a very tight range since we hit that profit target. And now Apple coming down through lows of day. Didn't want to see that at all. Bummer. I'm just below where I got in, though, so it's not like it's going against me that much right now. It just really hasn't moved. Which I guess is good for the 1 DTE. Let's see. It's up 15%. All right. If I wasn't long two stocks, I probably would look at getting long Microsoft here. You know, tried to come down through this consolidation, immediately bounced. and then I mean, it still may come back down, and if it comes down through right here, I'd just cut it. But I'm just gonna stick with 2 longs for now. Yeah, just minimal movement here between Apple and AMD, and a lot of other stocks actually. Baidu pushing up. Coinbase, it's pretty much chop. Nvidia has been chop. Netflix has been chop. Goog's been chop. What else? It's pretty brutal this morning in terms of price movement. No green bars at all from Apple. We need 2 consecutive. That's our rule for the Mighty 90. Damien, is it too early for Elmos? No, it's never. There's never a. I mean, I would say after the first 30 minutes, you could probably see if there's going to be chop. Yeah, I mean, definitely would be probably okay to put one on, I would say. Same thing with the TLC. I have my first Elmo on. Yeah, if these stocks don't move, I'll probably just need to make a decision whether or not to continue to wait or maybe put on one of my TLC trades. See the VIX. VIX is still up, although it's down at lows of day. So that's a potential good sign for Apple and AMD. Let's see, how's 1DTE doing? Oh, 1DTE is up 17%. Beautiful. All right, so AMD is now coming down. I didn't want to see that. That's another thing about a volume runner is like you want it to, pull back a little bit and then rip. And AMD is not doing that. Now it's below where I got in. much time we got left on this bar? A little over a minute. I could see myself exiting right now, and then the next bar it rips to highs of day. One DTE. I manage the entire Iron Condor, the Django. There's a video about my one DTE in the Trade Plans channel, just under the TLC course. Hey, look at that! Apple gave us one green bar. Can we get two? Can we get two? This is some pretty choppy stuff. I'm going to look at putting on a TLC here. Oh, wow. Premiums are pretty small. I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to wait on TLC. I'll wait and see if the VIX comes up a little bit on a spike before I put one on. All right, Apple giving us our second consecutive green bar. So I'm going to be getting out of my Apple here after 2 consecutive green bars. Definitely experiencing some theta decay. Filled at 355 to close my Apple. So got in at 350, out at 355. Just not going anywhere. S&P though is trying to come up to highs of day. MSTR. Nah, I'd like to see more volume pop than that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of my AMD as well. It's just not going anywhere. Filled at 445. All right, folks. Going to focus on TLC now before these premiums get so small that they're getting thin. So I will see everybody at Power Hour. Have a good one. Peace.